Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you've all had a fantastic Thursday evening. Hope you've had a good day. Hope you've had a good week. And I hope you're all looking forward to the upcoming weekend, this weekend in April 2024 this year. First of all, do me a massive favour for me. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Remember to share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button. And remember to share the video and hit the tweet button and the retweet button. Remember to put the notification bell on at all times as well to receive dedicated brand new content planned for the rest of 2024 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for more Fortnite, Rocket League, EA, Formula One, Fortnite, more previews, match reactions, dedicated transfer news right up through the summer transfer window in 2024 this year, and much more brand new shorts, videos, live streams, and much more brand new stuff planned for the rest of this year. Good evening, everybody, and what a dramatic conclusion at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 4, Manchester United 3. My heart's gone. I mean, what I've just seen from United in the latter stages of the game at Stamford Bridge on match day 31 of this Premier League season, I mean, no one can complain what a game that was. It was end-to-end stuff in that second half. And somehow Manchester United have walked away from Stamford Bridge with no points, where we are in a comfortable 3-2 position winning that game, and somehow, something from somewhere, Man United have absolutely collapsed under the intense pressure and intensity Chelsea showed in those latter stages of that game, where we went up to the 101st minute of that game at Stamford Bridge. I'm absolutely gutted. We should not have lost that game. We should have come away from Stamford Bridge with all 3 points. The players are on the floor. I'm on the floor. I'm absolutely beyond devastated how United yet again have got themselves into a winning position, and Cole Palmer has stunned Manchester United in the 101st minute to seal a dramatic 3 points for Chelsea. But not just that, he becomes the first player since Frank Lampard to put a hat-trick past Manchester United. History beckons and more for Cole Palmer in a Chelsea shirt. When you leave leave Manchester City to go to Chelsea, it looks like a complete, utter joke of a move. But it shows if you give Cole Palmer time and you give him the game time he deserves, Cole Palmer will produce for you in a shirt at a football club. But to way Man United to lose the game in that dramatic fashion, I'm not surprised. I think the substitutions, again, lacked any charisma or any strategy to try and close out that game. I think, again, the injuries have cost Manchester United once again this evening. But to go into a 3-2 lead in the way we did through a brilliant assist from Anthony on the right wing to produce an absolute delightful through ball on the outside of his left foot for Garnacho to head it past the Chelsea goalkeeper Petrovic. United are in the lead. Somehow, from somewhere, United have got into that lead and restored a possible winning 3 points that we desperately needed tonight. And to walk away from Stamford Bridge with completely fuck all, I'm not surprised by it. United always cave in right at the end. We play shit defensive football. We try and park the bus, but the pressure and the intensity Chelsea put that Man United side under in the final stages of the match. The intensity was too much to cope with. I mean, the inexperience of Cambuala to the substitutions of McTominay and Rashford coming on and Højlund and Garnacho departing the game. Again, Erik ten Hag is going to be called into question. The decision-making in that game is horrendous. It's shambolic. It's disgusting. And United have thrown away a game that they comfortably were destroying Chelsea in that second half. I've never known both sides to be that wide open in the second half. It was end-to-end stuff. And somehow, from somewhere, Chelsea have won the game. And when you think, you've got yourself into that lead, don't throw it away. You are 3-2 up at Stamford Bridge, where you've come from 2-0 down to lead that game inside the second half. And all of a sudden, what happens from then is nothing more than dramatic. People know that I am a massive, massive disliker of Diego Dalot being in that Man United team. But what an idiotic decision from a footballer who's got no talent, no ID, and basically is at that club to be put in a position that he's never ever adapted to at this football club, where apparently he was world class at FC Porto. And the clear idea was, when we brought this right back, was to make sure that right back was as solid as a rock. And what he does idiotically, which has thrown Manchester United completely to the wind here, is he grabs Madueke, who's got the pace and the energy on Delo by an absolute mile. It's not even a marathon. It's an absolute sprint. The quality and the speed of Madueke compared to Diego Delo. Diego Delo wraps his fucking arm around him and brings him down inside the Manchester United penalty area to give Chelsea an unlikely point from this game. We were 2-0 down inside 20 fucking minutes. And you think to yourself, this is going to be a cricket score. Manchester United went into that game completely cold, completely shell-shocked. I honestly did not recognise what we were trying to do, how the hell we were meant to win this game. I think this is make or break now, because I said this is a big week in the preview. And now this is looking like a complete fucking nightmare, knowing now we go into Sunday against Liverpool, potentially slipping down further and further down the Premier League table into the abyss of the Europa Conference League places, down to 7th on a minus goal difference as well. Manchester United are on a minus goal difference once again, purely down to Manchester United bottling leads and throwing away winning positions that they had complete cruise control of. United battered the hell out of that Chelsea team in the second half. Chelsea are so wide open under Pochettino. I can't believe their style of play. I can't believe how bad Chelsea have got. But as soon as you throw on the big guns and you throw on the pacey, quick players, they are going to haunt you. And it come back to fucking haunt Manchester United. You throw Chelsea's quick-paced players against that incapacity of that United back four, United are always going to cave in. And unfortunately, due down to a lack of experience, a lack of game-ending quality, and a lack of control, United have fucking thrown this away. There's no two-way questions about it. United have thrown this away right in front of their own eyes. And you can see certain Man United players are absolutely gutted. They have lost that game because they thought they had the game won. But because the mindset has probably got themselves right, we're set on 3-2 here. Let's try and somehow park the bus and keep this Chelsea team out. Do you honestly think that's going to work? Of course it's not going to work. United should have found the fourth goal. We had so many chances in that second half through Garnacho, through Højlund, through Bruno Fernandes. I mean, the amount of chances Manchester United had to win that fucking game and absolutely put Chelsea to the sword. When United do not take their chances, it always comes back to fucking bite them. When you are 3-2 up, don't try and park the bus and try and, keep Chelsea attacking you after attack, after attack, after attack. You have somehow got to break out that mould and try and go for the jugular and find a fourth goal. If we get that fourth goal, we win this game massively comfortably, especially knowing when Chelsea get that 2-0 lead, you honestly think the floodgates are going to open. It's going to be a cricket score because United were dreadful. We were absolutely beyond shocking how crap we started that game. Chelsea fully on the front foot. As soon as they found that first goal, the chances Chelsea had through Caicedo, Conor Gallagher, Cole Palmer, and Mudryk, and Enzo Fernandez. You look at those Chelsea players, they've been shambolic all season under Pochettino. They've been absolutely crap. The position Chelsea find themselves in, once again, in this Premier League season is a third season in a row without any European football. They bottled a Carabao Cup final against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool kids. And they're thrown away a 2-0 lead to Manchester United inside the first half after the 20-minute barrier hit. And you honestly think surely Chelsea are going to go on and win this game and absolutely rub the salt into the wounds that those Man United players are feeling now. Those United players, once again, have quite clearly shown me some of them do not give a fuck. Some of them do not try and win this game from a position that we got ourselves into. We are 3-2 up here. Surely do not throw this away and do anything clinically stupid to throw all 3 points away when you had them in your hands. We entered 8 minutes of added on time. I mean, we've played over that 8 minutes. Let's be really honest about that. We've played over the 8 minutes. That 8 minutes has been because the amount of substitutions, the injury to Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Johnny Evans, and obviously Varane, and obviously the lack of the number of Chelsea substitutes as well as the United substitutes. But also because Chelsea have got that third goal and found the equaliser, the celebrations have added on to the added time. And then because Chelsea have then won a really late corner because of the celebration from the Cole Palmer equaliser, Chelsea have then got time to able to attack that United goal for one last opportunity through a late winner. And what fucks me off the most, Chelsea take a really quick corner. United completely switch off. Cole Palmer, again, has been left completely unfucking marked, has got a free shot on goal, but takes a massive deflection off, by no surprise, fucking Scott McTominay. I was watching this game live with my mate, with my friend, who's a massive Man United fan himself, and we were talking about it. The substitutions are really going to screw Manchester United up. Man United were in absolute cruise control through the midfield, through to the attack, and even defensively. We were really solid when we got the 3-2 lead. We still went and battered the hell out of that Chelsea team. And we got the lead we deserved because they could not cope the amount of attacks we were going through Anthony, through Garnacho and Højlund. Chelsea were fucking panicking because the floodgates could have opened. As soon as United got that lead, I felt United laid off. I felt United completely switched off of trying to somehow find that fourth goal to claim all 3 points. That is what's really embarrassed me. You've got yourself into position of winning and you have thrown it away once again. And it isn't good enough. I'm afraid to say this is the beginning of the end. And United needed to win this game, get all 3 points, go into the weekend all fired up for the Liverpool game. Playing like this and throwing a winning position like we have tonight, I could not see any way out on Sunday. If it goes horribly wrong again, United are going to get absolutely smacked. And it won't be 3 or 4-0. It's going to end up being 6 or 7. We could get 7 up by Liverpool once again. Because these players are completely inadequate of holding on to a lead properly. They don't do their defensive job properly. We're putting Diego Dalot at left back instead of right back. I don't know why all of a sudden Dalot has put himself in a position that he's never fucking really played that much. And all of a sudden he's been shifted to the left back position to fucking stop Madueke from causing problems on Chelsea's right wing. I'm sorry to say, that is fucking probably where this has all gone fucking wrong. Soon as Chelsea get that late penalty to make it 3-3, this is where it's all gone wrong. Because the United momentum and the confidence and the positivity has been completely, absolutely shattered to pieces. And because United have thrown away the lead, they probably can't believe it themselves. But I'm afraid to say, this is the same old United, same old fucking story. I don't understand the team selection. I don't understand the tactics. I don't understand what we are trying to do. Are we trying to deliberately fuck ourselves up in the early stages of the game and then produce a mighty comeback, then get into lead and then throw it away again? I mean, is that the whole game plan? Because I didn't get it. I did not get the style of play or any game plan from Erik ten Hag once again. The tactics are shambolic. The team selections are horrendous. I just don't get, as a football club, what the hell we're trying to fucking do. This is what I don't get. And I'm trying to understand where the Manchester United DNA, where is these players at? Because quite clearly, they cannot cope anymore at Premier League level. Some of these players cannot play Premier League level. In the first half, we were shambolic. All those players were probably shell-shocked going 2-0 down. Even I was shocked because I expected all of a sudden for Manchester United to turn up against these bigger and better teams and show some fucking fight after what we saw a lack of against Brentford the weekend before. And all of a sudden, when they get themselves into that lead, you think to yourself, where the fuck is this against Brentford, by the way? You've got to think to yourself, where the fuck are these goals come from? Why didn't we show this on Saturday? And why the hell all of a sudden have you turned up against the bigger and better teams that are run properly on and off the pitch? You get yourselves into a position that you're winning the game, and all of a sudden, add 8 minutes on, United have caved in. It's just shocking. It's absolutely shocking for Manchester United to put themselves where they are tonight. Where we find ourselves on this Thursday evening is that United are still the shambolic mess they were on Saturday. They're a joke. They're a complete utter circus. It's a pantomime. It's a theatre. It's go out there and have fun, basically. It doesn't matter if we win. It doesn't matter if we lose. And it doesn't matter if we get a point. But now, what United do not realise is they have put themselves in a position here that things could get worse now by the weekend after the Liverpool result. And it probably will. I cannot see United somehow turning up against Liverpool knowing what has happened tonight. United should not have lost that game. It was cruise control. I mean, Tom Cruise would have been able to hold on to that lead if he was in a football game 3-2 up. He would have been able to hold on. United have just caved in. It's because the momentum of the penalty decision has absolutely brought those United players to their knees. They cannot believe that they have got themselves in that position when they were controlling the fucking game. The whole second half, it was attack, attack, attack from United. And I think we could score more. We should have scored more. If Horner would have took his chance, if Bruno would have took his other chance he had, and Garnacho might have found his hat-trick, we would have won this game by five or six. Because that is how wide open that Chelsea back four are. I mean, Badiashile is terrible. Cucurella is questionable at times at left back. I mean, especially the Chelsea errors that lead up to the 2-2 inside the first half. Chelsea should not be throwing that away. There's no question about it that if Chelsea have got themselves into that position, you then as a Chelsea fan, you realise that you are in a really good position here. You're against a United team that have shown no fight against Brentford, and you're absolutely battering them. And I was quite taken back by how quite great Chelsea were, because I've not seen that all fucking season. I thought Saturday's result against Burnley was bad. But when you, again, Chelsea, when you go 2-0 up, you think to yourself, as a United fan, could this get any worse? It was bad on Saturday, and now, all of a sudden, it's gone out the window. It has gone out the window. I'm absolutely devastated, but it's the players at the end of the day. I think some of the decision-making as a whole from that game, I think the substitutions have cost us, if I'm going to be really honest. I can't understand why Rasmus Højlund was taken off, because he was our biggest threat down the middle for the whole game. And then they take Garnacho off for Anthony, who did Garnacho come off for? Rashford came on for Højlund. McTominay came on for Casemiro. And then, I can't think now. McTominay came on for Casemiro. Rashford came on for Højlund. And then I could not remember what we did with Garnacho. I think we brought Mason Mount on. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I hope they give Mason Mount a great reception, because look what he's done for Chelsea Football Club. The way those Chelsea fans act towards their former players is disgusting. The lack of respect from that Chelsea fan base, who I cannot fucking stand any of them. They're an absolute fucking disgrace. What annoys me is that they give him so much abuse and so much power. And the way they kept booing him every time he touched the ball. Just remember, right? Chelsea forced him out, not Mason Mount forcing himself out of Chelsea. Mason Mount was forced out by Chelsea Football Club, not the other way around. The lack of respect that Chelsea fan base has got for their former players is disgusting. But I think those 3 subs has probably thrown this whole game, because Højlund was probably our best form of attack for the striking position. And he brought Rashford, who's been completely useless in the last few number of games for Manchester United. And we've taken off our best striker and deployed Rashford down the middle when he's not even a striker. And you can see by the body language of Rasmus, you can see the body language that he looks fucking pissed. And I'm with him. I'm completely with him. He was our best form of attack in that second half by a bloody mile. And the decision is we are bringing him off for Marcus Rashford, who's not a striker. Again, another questionable tactic from the manager. Erik ten Hag needs to realise here, Rashford is not good enough, mate. He is never going to live up to the standards. He doesn't give a fuck about how he performs. And when he puts on a United shirt, he absolutely pulls his career to pieces. As soon as he puts an England shirt on, full potential. I don't get why Rashford gets the game time he deserves. I'm sorry to say, the whole tactic was apparently Rashford was rested. Really? Really was he rested? Or was he dropped because he's been shit? I'm sorry to say, let's call it out. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it for what it is. I'm afraid he ain't good enough anymore. And he ain't going to be good enough under any manager that gets this man in a job. Because Ten Hag ain't going to be here at the end of the season based on tonight. And especially when you've got Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Sir Dave Brailsford and Peter Schmeichel all in attendance watching that game tonight. Do you think they're going to be sitting there thinking, oh, do you know what? At least we show some fight to get into the 3-2 lead. I'm absolutely pissed. That isn't acceptable. As Manchester United, you do not throw the position of strength you've got. You are winning the game here. Don't throw it away. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do something that you might regret later on in the game. And unfortunately, it's the Delot thing again. If Delot does not give that penalty away, I think Madueke wouldn't have even got a shot on the Onana goal. I think would have comfortably kept it out. But what is Diego Delot thinking? I mean, that is where the game's gone wrong. As soon as the penalty's given, United cave fucking in. And United didn't react well to it. As soon as we kicked off again for those 3 extra minutes, remember that? We played 3 extra minutes. United didn't know how to respond. I didn't see no response. Those United players were not fully and mentally prepared for kickoff. They did not know what to do. So you think to yourself, do you know what? We are going to have to try and go for this and snatch a late winner. Where was the winner coming from? Because the substitutions you've made haven't really worked. Again, every manager we've had at this club neglected the CDM position. Neglected it. Solskjaer, Mourinho, Van Gaal, Ragnick and Moyes. They all neglected that CDM position ever since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. What does not make any sense, and quite clearly, time and time again, Erik ten Hag is shooting himself in the foot here. And I've got no sympathy for him. He is the fucking manager. He's meant to be getting results on the pitch. What fucks me off about him? McTominay is not a fucking CDM. He is a centre attacking midfielder, and you are putting him in the CDM position for your best midfielder this club's probably had since Paul Scholes, and you've taken him off for Scott McTominay. He isn't good enough, can't do the CDM role, and every time you put him there, he fucks up. Every time that guy gets anywhere near the United team, we screw it up. We fucking screw everything up that we've worked our fucking ass off for to try and somehow rescue that game in a position that we did not have control of. It was like a rabbit in the headlights here. United are making the same old mistakes, the same old errors, and no one is learning from it. Every manager we've had is not learning that certain decisions are screwing up the performances on that pitch. I don't see Manchester United anymore. I see a team that is lacking any character, any leader, any charisma, and we're 3-2 up. And you've lost the game 4-3. And it's on everyone tonight. I'm gutted for the United fans. I'm gutted for those United supporters that travelled all that way to fucking Stamford Bridge to go and watch that pile of shit once again fucking throw it away in front of your own very eyes. It's because United do not react quickly enough. United are too slow to make things happen quickly. United have got this slow DNA. We don't respond well when we go a goal down. When it's 2-0, backs are against the wall here. Chelsea could make it 6 or 7 by the end of half time. But when you get back to 2-2, and the only bit of brilliance Delo did all game was get that cross with Bruno Fernandes to make it 2-2 through piss poor Chelsea defending. And then the first goal, Caicedo, who was meant to be this world-class midfielder at Brighton, which Pochettino has basically turned him into a B-Tech Conor Gallagher. And I cannot believe what makes me laugh about TNT Sports commentators. They are absolutely waxing lyrical over Conor fucking McGallagher. Conor Gallagher. I cannot believe waxing lyrical over a fucking B-Tech like him, who isn't good enough to even represent England. And they're waxing lyrical over him. He's been so brilliant for Chelsea tonight. Look at all the situations he's creating. Look at all the attacking play he's creating for those Chelsea forwards. I mean, are we being real here? Conor Gallagher was great. What game are we watching here? I mean, do I need to get you, Postman Pat, to do your fucking eye test? Like, seriously? Conor Gallagher waxing lyrical over him, thinking he's a God's gift. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. The only decent midfielder Chelsea have got at that football club is Enzo Fernandez. Even though he probably didn't have his best Chelsea performance, look at the way he orchestrates their midfield. Look at the way he controls it. Look at the way he balances everything so sharply into play. And they're waxing lyrical over Conor Gallagher. He's shit for England and he's even worse for Chelsea. And I mean, the shit he got at the weekend, I mean, he's probably deserved it, I'm afraid. He is so overrated, so overhyped. And if you think he's good enough for Chelsea, my God, is that Chelsea standards? I thought Chelsea were meant to be a great English football club. I wouldn't put them in the Championship because they can't compete there. They would struggle to get out of the Championship. But the way Chelsea respond with that penalty, I mean, it's karma you got from Cole Palmer, by the way, who is going to have an excellent career. He ain't going to be at Chelsea forever playing like that because he's a brilliant, brilliant footballer. He deserves the match ball. He deserves what he's doing at Chelsea. He's creating so many fantastic, fantastic opportunities at Chelsea Football Club. He's been absolutely fucking brilliant for Chelsea. And I think Man City have probably made a massive, massive mistake. Cole Palmer in that Chelsea team is absolutely fucking fantastic. I would have taken him at Manchester United by an absolute mile. He is a phenomenal, phenomenal footballer. And the way he responds with his penalty is calm as you like, slot is to Onana's opposite side, gets Chelsea the level. You probably think, you know what? United would probably be happy with a point here, knowing they were 2-0 down here. You think, you know what? If it's a point, you're going to have to take it. But it's just the way we switch off defensively, and the mindset of those players is we don't know what to do. We were 3-2 up and we have stupidly given Chelsea the points here when we were commanding the game. Pochettino is not a great manager. He got sacked at Spurs for being shit. He got sacked at PSG for being shit. And he's gone to Chelsea and has made Chelsea Football Club a laughingstock once again. They're not going to have European football next season. Chelsea are going to be lucky they have even be starting on 0 points next season, because Chelsea are that close to breaking rules again in the Premier League. And they should be punished. They should be punished for what they're doing, but they're going to get away with it, and the Premier League are going to do a massive cover-up story over it. But it's the quality Chelsea have got in that team that really infuriates me. I think certain Chelsea players would get into that Man United team in an absolute heartbeat. I think Caicedo, who probably was at fault for the first United goal, I mean, he should have basically palmed it, played it back to his goalkeeper Petrovic with a decent pass of the ball. But idiotically, give the ball straight to Garnacho, who's, one-on-one with, Badiashile. You're not going to catch Garnacho on a one-on-one situation. And he calmly puts us back into the game. And I'm thinking, right, let's build on that goal and let's try and find the equaliser. which we did. I mean, brilliant play from Tyrell, and which did probably the best thing he's done all fucking season, to be fair, for the Bruno Fernandes equaliser to get it back to 2-2. But again, what annoys me is if you added Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez into that team, Mudryk into that United team, and Madueke, they would become great footballers. But at Chelsea, Pochettino is turning those footballers into bang average mid-table Bournemouth rated players. I think Pochettino is not a great manager. I do not think he'll be at Chelsea next season based on what those Ted Bowley has seen all season. But you've got to applaud Poch for actually trying to go for it. You've got to applaud Pochettino for trying to somehow rescue that game when it was looking massively unlikely the whole game. You've got to applaud him for what he's done. He made the substitutions at the right space at the right time in that Chelsea game. Soon as Madueke and Sterling and Chukwuemeka came on, Chelsea were causing United problems. Every time Chelsea got in that attack in those 8 added minutes on the end of the game, United did not know how to get their ball out of their own area. It was basically just blast the ball away. But unfortunately, where that goes wrong is when you've still got Chelsea players at the back defending their goal, they are going to hoof the ball forward and make opportunities happen for them. And they've made 2 happen very quickly due to United are not switched on mentally and physically. Those United players are so shit on how to keep a game sealed, signed and delivered. They do not know how to get that game sealed for all 3 points. And that's what fucks me off. I think the substitutions have fucked us up completely. There was no DNA to hold on to that winning position. The charisma and the leadership is completely missing in that team. What's fucked United over is what, and again, apparently Raphael Varane passed a late fitness test to start this game. And again, has gone off injured. Real Madrid knew exactly what they were doing, selling an injury-prone centre-back like Varane to Manchester United. Real Madrid lured Manchester United in here. They lured them in and sold us an injury-prone centre-back they wanted rid of. And Man United fucking fell for it. This guy can't keep himself fit. Raphael Varane tonight is done. You are not going to see him at this club next season. United need to move him on. He can't keep at the pace of the game. And every time he pulls an injury, it keeps him out for weeks. But if you think it gets worse, it then gets worse in the second half. Johnny Evans also only just passed a late fitness test to play this game for United today. He comes on for Varane, who again is injured, and again is brought on for him. But 25 minutes later is then going off injured for a young, inexperienced centre-back in Kabwala. I mean, that unfortunately is probably going to be the centre-back partnership demise that is going to fucking screw United's defensive performance on Sunday against Liverpool. Because you are going to have to be going with Maguire and Kabwala. That is going to be United starting the centre-back partnership for Sunday's game. Because United have got no other centre-backs. And people are moaning that Erik ten Hag is basically putting too much pressure on them in training, is expecting them to go way above and beyond to get themselves better as footballers, and are blaming him for trying to make the players better by pushing them too much in training. Do you want United to get anywhere? Because yes, that might come back to haunt Man United, but at the end of the day, let's be honest here. Do you want these United players to ever improve, or do you want them to do more performances like they've done tonight, where they've got comfortably in the lead and have thrown all 3 points away? Do you want Manchester United back to the top or not? Because those players' mindsets, they don't want to be here. Quite clearly, it shows to me by their body language and personality and the way that and their facial expressions, some of them do not want to be here and they need to get the fuck out. Some of those players shouldn't even be starting for Manchester United, not even on the bench. And somehow they are getting, again, opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to prove themselves. They have shown it now. They are not good enough. When are people going to realise that these players aren't the standard we fucking need? If these players cannot keep themselves fit, then you need to get out and your careers are going to be cut really, really short. Because if you're injury prone, you are going to keep getting injury after injury after injury after injury. Because once you get one injury, many other injuries are going to reoccur after that. You can't keep yourself fit from then. You've got to realise now that United have basically got a bench full of people that aren't fit enough, aren't good enough. And as soon as they put a Man United shirt on, everything goes pear-shaped. And I think, again, Ten Hag has got to take huge responsibility for the lack of any DNA, any charisma, or what the game plan was to hold on to that lead. Making certain subs in certain moments of that games has massively backfired. Casemiro should have played 90 minutes, I'm afraid. Why bring him on from McTominay, who practically goes invisible more than Harry Potter's invisibility cloak? Casemiro's been our best CDM since Paul Scholes, and as soon as you take him off, the midfield turns to pants. Then you bring off Garnacho, who's been your best attacking player for the whole of that second half, who's absolutely turning it on the left wing tonight, where we've not seen it for God knows how many number of weeks. And then you're bringing off Højlund. Probably United's three best players that have been sucked out that team for Mount, McTominay and Rashford. I mean, I know Erik Ten Hag has got favouritism, but he's got to start realising now, is he not trying to get himself the sack? Is Ten Hag really trying to get himself out of this club so he can save face? Is he really trying to keep his job as Man United manager realistically? Or is he trying to get out the mess that he knows this club's in? Because quite clearly, again, this is going to be a nightmare week. And I said it in the preview. When I said it on Monday, this nightmare is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And Sunday is going to be a complete fucking demolition job. Because when you've got no defence, a lack of understanding from the attack, and a lack of midfield quality, that fucks United over. United throw the towel away. They wave the white flag. And basically, do you know what? We don't care now. We've made certain subs. We want the best players being kept on the pitch. Yeah, they should have been kept on the pitch. Certain players should have been playing 90 fucking minutes. There is no excuse from Ten Hag to take Garnacho, Casemiro, and Højlund off that pitch tonight. That's what fucks me off about him the most. The continuation of McTominay, the continuation and the favouritism of Marcus Rashford, and also he brings on young, inexperienced centre-backs like Kabwala, who gets all this hype, all this overrated bullshit that apparently he's going to be the next best centre-back at Manchester United Football Club. This guy was signed under Solskjaer. Let's remember this. From fucking Chesterfield. Remember where Chesterfield were? They were in the fucking National League. A young, inexperienced centre-back was signed by Ollie, by Solskjaer, who got sacked, by the way, because he was a crap manager, and was brought to the club, inexperienced, a lack of quality, and not enough full-time football at Chesterfield. He wasn't even playing first-team fucking football for the club. And we've brought him in for fucking Johnny Evans. I know we've not got Lindelof. I know we've not got Martinez. But surely to God, United have got to start realising, yeah, if these players aren't good enough, why are they being signed by the football club? And people think that Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Sir Dave Brailsford and Ineos are going to turn this mess around. I would say to you, get the fuck real and wake up. If you think United are going to get better and better next season playing shambolic park the bus football when we go 3-2 up in a winning, comfortable position where Chelsea are getting battered more than battered fish from the fish in your local fish and chip shop, I don't understand how United are meant to progress. Against relegation teams, we are meant to be battering these teams. Against the better teams, we need to be beating them and showing that Man United are going to get back to the level that the fans and supporters of Man United Football Club actually want to see. I see a United team, players are completely disconnected from the fans, completely disconnected from the supporters. Those players are in it for one thing and one for only. They're in it for their fucking money. These players have thrown a winning position away. Don't let them forget that. They have thrown it away for you. Those United players have thrown it away. They have thrown it away. They have shown to the world tonight that these players are absolutely shambolic. They can't control winning position. They can't do a job for the whole 90 minutes. And those United players can complain about the added on time. I don't really care. You're not controlling the game. Stop moaning and get the fuck on with it and win this game for us. Because we needed the 3 points. The permutations from this now is that United could find themselves utterly being given the most embarrassing L ever. Is being in that fucking Europa Conference League next season. Thursday night football again. We could not afford to be in that because we are going to be fucking laughed at. Not like we're being laughed at anyway. Those Chelsea fans are going to be getting their fucking dicks out tonight. They're going to be sat there fucking laughing their socks off, and we are not going to hear the end of it. We're not going to hear the end of it. And they're going to keep coming at us and coming at us. And they've got the right to. They have got the right to absolutely shutting those United fans up. Because United thought they had the game won. And I think that's the mentality. They completely switch off. They think, you know what? It's only 3-2. Let's hold on. Why couldn't you have gone for the 4th goal? It's because certain players that they wanted to form those attacks. I didn't see any attack in play. Soon as Garnacho got subbed off, the midfield control was gone soon as Casemiro was substituted. And taking Garnacho off the mount again, what a joke that is. I mean, Garnacho was ripping Badiashile, Gusto, Cucurella apart in that second half. They were ripping them apart. He was ripping that back four to shreds. It was like paper being put through the shredder. They were shredding that United team, that Chelsea back four apart. They could not cope with Garnacho. They couldn't cope with Anthony, and they couldn't cope with Højlund. That front three was causing Chelsea problem after problem after problem after problem. But why did United suck all that great physical attacking play out of that team from the second half performance to bring on McTominay, Rashford, and Mount? I mean, not like those three should be at the football club anyway. Putting Mount on the left wing when he isn't a left winger, he's a fucking midfielder. We've played 4 midfielders to shut out Chelsea, to basically slam the bus, put the double-decker bus in front of the Chelsea attacking players to shut them out. That was the plan for the second half. Bring on McTominay for Casemiro. Let's keep Mainu on. Let's keep Fernandes on. I'll tell you what, for an added bit of protection, I mean, we're not a condom. We are trying to win this game, and they bring Mount on to have a 4-man midfield and play one striker with Rashford and Anthony as the 2 front strikers when Anthony's not a striker. He's a right winger. Like, really? I can't understand that. I mean, we're not doing sex education here. We're not a condom. Like, let's talk. Why United did that, I don't get it. Maybe Fernandes or Mainu should have gone off, not fucking McTominay, not Casemiro. That is where the game's gone wrong. If you're going to take anyone off, maybe you should have brought on Mount for fucking Mainu and kept Casemiro and Fernandes on there to protect that midfield battle, because that midfield battle then gets overrun by the physical, attacking, younger, hungrier players that Chelsea are bringing in their team. And you've got to applaud them for what they're doing. They are bringing young, hungry midfielders into their club so they can show that more experience they're getting, and the younger they are, the more hungry and the more desirable they're going to get to control their midfield. As soon as United midfield goes, United do not have any balance in that game, because you can't build from the defence to the midfield to the attack, and that is where the game went. That is, I think, for me, why United didn't win the game, because you've taken off certain players that had that game won for you, and we were creating so many attacking opportunities. And I think Ten Hag was too scared. Well, if he's lost Varane and he's lost Evans, what if he then loses Garnacho, Højlund, and then Casemiro? I think Ten Hag is too scared. I think Ten Hag is stuck inside himself. I don't know what to do. Does Ten Hag look done to you? Because he looks tired to me. Maybe the stress and the pressure of this Man United job is not right for him. Sunday could be his last game after this, because United should not have lost. United players are going to be gutted, and they can be gutted as much as they like, but you lads ain't good enough, I'm afraid. You show a lack of leadership. You show a lack of charisma. You show a lack of everything. You players are in it for one thing, one for an only. As soon as you want your money, you fuck off for the weekend. I want some kind of response on Sunday because this isn't acceptable. This is a disgrace. This is Chelsea, 11th place Chelsea. They were tonight. 11th place Chelsea. They're in the bottom half of the Premier League. They're down there with the likes of Brentford and Fulham and Forest and Everton and Burnley, Sheffield United, Luton Town. Chelsea are in the bottom half of the Premier League table and you've lost to them. So that's Brentford, Bournemouth, Fulham, Forest, Burnley, Sheffield United, Bournemouth, Everton. I mean, are we becoming the new Bristol City? We play great against the shitter team. We play great against the better teams, but against these mid-table Premier League clubs, we turn to pants. But I've honestly thought after the Brentford result, we might have seen some kind of response. And when you go 3-2 up, you think, right, let's build on it. Let's find the fourth goal. Let's finish the job. But no, the United players don't know what to do. As soon as they concede the penalty, which is on Diego Dalot, by the way, he's idiotically thrown this away, by the way. Absolute shambolic defending from Dalot. And this is why he should be at the club. He is not good enough. Why he's been deployed then at left back when he's not a left back. I mean, it just makes it doesn't make any mathematical sense. It just makes complete shit reading, really. You put Dalot at left back trying to defend against Madueke. Who do you honestly think is going to win that battle? Who do you honestly think? Dalot, who's shit at defending, or Madueke, who's fucking quick as anything on that right wing? I think I know which way it's going to go. And unfortunately, this says the whole picture. If Dalot doesn't concede that penalty, United would not have lost this game. But Pochettino reacted. Ten Hag didn't. You've brought on Kabwala, inexperienced, Rashford, who's been shit, McTominay, who's been missing more than a fucking game of hide and seek, and you've brought on Mason Mount, whose United career is slowly drifting into abyss. That says a lot. There is clear favouritism, clear favouritism, clear favouritism, and clear favouritism. There is clear favouritism going on from Erik ten Hag. He doesn't give a fuck. He is not good enough for this club. He shouldn't be the manager we need. It isn't going to work out. I think if Sunday goes pear-shaped and it goes badly, he needs to be gone, I'm afraid. Ten Hag will need to be gone because I just don't see any way out for this manager. I wanted this to work, but I just can't stand by this anymore. This is turning worse and worse under him. I thought he was the manager for us, but now I'm starting to, think, well, what have I seen from United the last two games? We were shit against Brentford. We should have won tonight and we threw it away. And again, that is on the players. That's on the manager. That's on the coaching staff. That's on the style of play where United are completely unrecognisable. Like, you could forget United quick in a heartbeat. I was that close to switching that game off after the first 20 minutes because I thought this is going one way and one way only. This is a disgrace. United are a shambolic football club on and off the pitch. And if people think that Manchester United are going to get better and better next season under this new ownership and this new regime under Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, please wake up and face a bit of reality, a bit of perspective. We are a mess. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. And Fabian has put in the chat, unlucky game. Yeah, we were unlucky that we didn't win this game. We were massively unlucky. But it's not down to luck. It's not down to pure luck. This is down to pure incapacity from United trying to defend at the back, run a complete embarrassing midfield. And when you take off your best attacking players, United fucking threw it away. I'm absolutely disgraced. They are a disgrace. Those players do not give a fuck. And those players that can say, well, you can't say this about me. You can't say this about me. If you're not good enough, you shouldn't be at the football club. They're not good enough. You need better than that. I'm ashamed. I'm absolutely ashamed of being a United fan. And please subscribe if you're new to the channel, by the way. Chelsea 4, Man United 3. It's just a bad result. And this is going to get worse. This is going to get worse before it gets better. Manchester United are only going to go even more backwards from this. And I think that's what's going to happen. The Liverpool result will go badly. The players will turn on. They're absolute bottle jobs. They're a disgrace to the badge. They're a disgrace to the shirt. And do you know who I feel sorry for more in this? I feel sorry for Anthony. You can see by the body language of Rasmus Højlund when he was substituted. Wasn't happy, didn't look happy. Don't really blame him. I feel sorry for Garnacho because when Garnacho thinks he's got the game won, you think, what could have been? But we've lost 4-3 to Chelsea. We have lost to 11th place Chelsea, who are now sit 10th in that Premier League table. 10th place Chelsea you have lost to. Let me just remind you of that. We have lost to a Chelsea team that have been crap all season. They have been shambles. They have been pathetic. They have been crap under Maurizio Pochettino. They have been shambolic. And yeah, Anthony is in form. We did deserve the win. We battered that Chelsea team in the second half. We deserved the 3 points. I thought we had them won. But no, United don't hold on. Soon as you take your best attacking players off, your best CDM this club has had in God knows how many years, and then you've got a pretty shit made-up defence of a Fridge and the unexperienced B-Tech Chesterfield centre-back, and Delo, who can't do a job at left-back or either right-back either. How are United meant to win on the pitch? These players are a disgrace. I feel sorry for 3 or 4 of them tonight, but the rest of them are shambolic. They ain't good enough. Look how many goals we've conceded. Onana should have kept the first one out. You can't do anything for the second, can't do anything for the third, and for the fourth goal, if McTominay wouldn't have blinded Onana's sight from the Cole Palmer shot, that would not have gone in, and the deflection wouldn't have found itself back in the net for the 4-3 Chelsea win. But Chelsea supporters are going to be over the moon tonight. That is the best I've seen Chelsea all fucking season. It had to be against Man United, innit? If we're going to give player of the match to anyone, it goes to Garnacho for the 2 goals. But apart from that, the rest of them, and your head's in shame because you have thrown away a 3-2 win. Congratulations to you, because that shows your ego, your mentality, and your mindset. It's just disgraceful. So that's the end of the reaction. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button and the share button. Hit a subscribe button if you're new to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Please subscribe if you're new to this channel and the community. Remember to share the video. Hit a tweet button and a retweet button. And remember to always remember that notification bell. You put that bell on at all times to receive dedicated, brand new, more content coming right throughout the rest of this year in 2024. Fortnite, Rocket League, EA, Formula One, Fortnite, more previews, match reactions. We've got plenty of brand new videos, shorts, live streams coming up. We're going to be live pretty much throughout the whole summer transfer window of any breaking news and transfer news regarding any club. And the next game we'll be talking about will be, the Liverpool game for Sunday evening. And that game and that preview and that talk through and that chat will be in the early hours of Saturday morning. I just can't find any other day or any other time to obviously put that preview in. So that'll be in the early hours of Saturday morning. Mass shout out to everyone in the live chat. Fabian, I appreciate you. Thank you for all your comments and your views and your opinions. I've just given you a sub on YouTube as well. Mass shout out to Paul Tanner in the chat as well. But yeah, we've lost 4-3 to Chelsea. United have thrown it away. Same old United, same old story. It's laughable. It's a disgrace. It's shambles. I'm gutted. I'm devastated. But it shows the shambles United are in. It shows a lack of quality, a lack of leadership, a lack of charisma. Erik ten Hag now is a dead man walking. If it goes wrong Sunday, get rid of him. If we have to bring an interim by the end of the season, you're going to have to do it, because we need something better than this, because this is going to go wrong. Liverpool's going to be more mauling than a cat catching a pigeon for its tea. That is how I think it's going to go on Sunday. Let's hope it doesn't. But yeah, join me for that preview in the early Saturday morning for Manchester United versus Liverpool for the Premier League game, match day 32 for Sunday evening. Man United gets Liverpool at Old Trafford. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Stay safe. Be nice. Be kind to each other. You're all legends. You're all legends. I'll see you on the next one. I can't believe I'm saying this. Chelsea 4, Manchester United 3. What a disgrace.